Today, I'm going to be talking about 5 different methods for self achievement. They're very important and they're very simple, actually. So let's get right into it. Uh, the 5 methods are very simply designed so that you can maximize your time in your life because your life is very precious. The first thing you want to do is you want to set SMART goals. So what is a SMART goal? Well, it's a goal that has certain criteria, and the criteria is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, or relevant, and time bound. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, what that is, and I'll do that for another video. But just know that it's important that if you're going to set goals, that they need to have those they need to meet those 5 criteria so that you are maximizing the use of setting goals. Very important. So set goals using the SMART model. The second thing is to create a timeline, and that's part of what the SMART goal is about. However, you expand that into a calendar system. So you're going to create a timeline so that you're like working backwards. You set a goal to complete it by this date, and then you're going to go forward into your calendar, set that goal or write that goal down, and then when you break it down into smaller parts, you're going to put those milestones into your calendar at certain times so that you know exactly where you're at. So you're going to create a timeline. The next thing you want to do is you want to take action. So the biggest issue that I've noticed, especially with myself in the past and sometimes in the present, that sometimes I'm like, okay, so what do I do next? I have to go back to my plan. And so I have to look and see what I've done. Most people, many people that I've worked with over my years, they're like, well, I don't know what to do first. Well, of course, because that's an immediate clue that they haven't created their SMART goals and they haven't created a timeline and put it into a calendar. I don't know what to do first. Well, when you have it in a calendar system and you have your goals lined out, you can just go right to it on your laptop or on your phone, wherever you have them. And then, boom, you know exactly what you need to do that day, that moment, and you're ready to go to take action. So there's no reason not to take action. And then you want to celebrate your successes. And what I tell people is once you have your information, your goals set into your calendar system, then you don't have to think about it. You can just know that you're on track and you can just be there in the moment with people and celebrate your life the way that it is right now, knowing that you have goals in place. It's very important. And if you get stuck along the way, you ask for help. So these really are the 5 main things. Asking for help is really key. When I was a young boy, my dad used to say to me, when my grades were not the way that he wanted them to be, he would say, how often do you raise your hand in class? And in the beginning, when I was really young, I'd be like, I don't ever raise my hand because I'm too scared, right? Most people are too afraid to raise their hand in class because they're going to get called out or they're going to look like they don't know what they're doing. So asking for help is really key because it gets you unstuck very quickly. In any of the items that I've mentioned, setting the goals, creating a timeline, taking action, celebrating your success, and asking for help, even asking for help to find help. So the idea really is to find ways to speed up the process so that you don't have to waste your time in your life, right? Really important. Okay, so let's go over a few more items here. So it's really important to stay and be optimistic. You want to make sure that, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, you're always thinking about and staying um, focused on what you're doing and then the conversation that you're creating in your mind is an optimistic perspective. Like, hey guys, what's happening? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, and they ask you how you're doing. Hey, I'm doing great. I'm working on my goals. I'm doing this. I did that today. Whatever. So you're just always optimistic. Yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow because I get to go do this. And like that. So it's really important so that you are optimistic and persistent on a daily basis, being optimistic consistently all the time. And being persistent means that you're doing things consistently, persistently, every single day, working on your goals, breaking them down even farther, creating the timeline, getting clearer on your timeline, taking action. So it's about consistency and persistency all the time, and being flexible, knowing that things are going to change depending on. I mean, you could be driving down the highway on the way to an appointment, and then you get a phone call, and all of a sudden you need to take the exit to go help your mother do something because it's an emergency. This is life. Be flexible. Things are going to happen. Don't buy into that. Oh, this really made me angry, or that made me, this happened and it just screwed up my whole plan. No, be flexible. Let it be the way that it is, and let it be the way that it's not. Right? Accept things the way that they are, and then be patient. Let things happen. Don't try to force things all the time. Yeah, you want to be intent, of course. You definitely want to move things along and keep pushing that envelope. Yeah, and be patient, because there's people around you. If you have a lot of intention, there's people around you that don't. So it's really important to stay patient, especially to people around you that don't have the same intention that you do to get things and keep things moving. Read lots of books. You can't find books, go to YouTube. There's lots of information there. Do your chat GPT, find ways to find the information that you need in order to move your life forward, to get your goals completed, right? To move your life along so that you can live a full, exciting, fun life. And probably more than anything, be curious. And you can't see that. Let me close this down here. Whoop. There you go. Read books and be curious. Be curious. Remember when you were a little kid? Not big kid, little kid. You were, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Most of you don't even probably remember when you were that age, but your parents do. You climbed on the furniture, you were bouncing off the walls, you couldn't get enough information. You were like a vacuum cleaner with information. Mommy, why does it do this? Daddy, why did that happen? You were asking millions of questions. And then something happened along the line when you were growing up, and then all of a sudden your curiosity went, I'm just kidding. But that happens to a lot of us. It's like things don't happen the way that we want to. And then all of a sudden, we lose our curiosity. So it's really important. So, anyway, with that, I hope that you got some value out of this. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and make comments. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining in. Catch you later.